Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Fear 2 Project Origin. As always, I'm your host, Josh. With me is Dalton. Say hello.
Hello.
And I don't remember where we were in this game, but we're going to pick up where we left off. How have you all been? Hope the new year's going well for you.
Just another year for me. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Alright, let's start off with some intel. Our archival project Harbinger name, James Fox. Sergeant. Submitted by S. York. Physical condition, excellent. Mental stability, average. Telesthetic potential above average. I forgot to turn off the air conditioner. Sorry about that. There we go. Subject has average academic history and distinguished military service record. Married with one daughter, age 7, Harbinger status approved. Okay. Boy, I forgot how sensitive the fucking mouse is in this game. It's so much like the mouse acceleration is so much worse than it was in the first game. I don't know what I just did.
You can't change it.
To power the rooms in the like I was doing some research, like apparently doesn't matter, like regardless of the settings here, which I'm going to turn it down some, it's is always kind of screwed up. Oh, did I just lock those doors? Is that what that does? Yeah, that apparently locks those doors. Okay. Okay, so I need to go... Okay, I know now. I need to do that so I can go over here and go into this room. Alright. I get it now. Or not. Oh! There's more than one. Okay. I'm an idiot. Well, there wound up being a couple of games on that I didn't even mention that I got for that I forgot to mention that I got for Christmas. I got Mad World for the Nintendo Wii. That's a brand new unopened copy. I was kind of surprised by that.
Nice. Is that
Have
a
you
pretty
played?
rare game?
What?
Is it a pretty rare game?
I don't know if it's rare or not.
It always looked cool. Never played it, but
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had played it.
nah. Really nice art style.
Night.
Oh, I remember watching this. Well, last time we played.
Oh, did it set us back some?
I don't think it's too far, but
Oh.
I guess it did an autosave or something when it got off.
I don't know. But yeah, it's got I think it was Platinum's first game, but it's got this like really cool like black and white comic book aesthetic to it.
All cell shaded.
Yeah, and it's like super violent, which is
This is always welcome in video games.
yeah. Yeah, you get to do all kinds of cool things to like kill people, like it, and it openly encourages it. It's like because a tutorial you just play through, and it's like grab this street sign, now ram it through that guy's face.
It's almost like a comic book manhunt in a way.
Yeah,
but more action packed.
it's pretty cool. You can tell, it's not trying to be realistic blood and violence and gore.
It's like really exaggerated blood when you start killing people. Like really, it's almost like those old like Japanese like movies.
Yeah,
Just blood sprays everywhere. It's like really bright red.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Sumi Matsuno worked on it, and you probably don't know who that is, but he directed Final Fantasy 12 and for Final Fantasy 12 for most of that game's development cycle. And he did Final Fantasy Tactics as well. And Vagrant
Oh
Story.
damn!
So he worked on that game, which is cool.
Was like one of the head developers or like head designers.
Yeah, I believe so. And for you fans of Final Fantasy 14, he wrote a couple of raid scenarios for that had all kinds of references to his Final Fantasy games. It might have had I haven't played it because I'm not an MMO guy, but I heard it might have references to Vagrant Story as well, which is also a very good RPG. And then I got I don't know if I mentioned Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I think so.
I've never played Monster Hunter before. Like,
Yeah, I haven't either. Because that game really put it on the map in terms of mainstream. Because that series has always been around as kind of like a, I
yeah,
wouldn't say a cult series, but
it dates back to the PlayStation 2,
yeah,
which is 20 years old at this, more than 20 years old at this point.
yeah, which is wild, to say the least.
Yeah,
And the game always looked cool, but I just felt the need to play it.
yeah, it's like an action RPG, and it absolutely did bring it to the mainstream. I mean, that game sold like 16, 17 million copies. It
It did pretty well.
It sold incredibly well. It's by far the best selling game in the series. By like 10 million copies, it's the best selling game in the series.
Did that game use the RE engine?
Probably.
No.
I mean, that engine was designed around the idea of being flexible.
Yeah.
Not. It wasn't designed specifically for RE7, which I think was the first game that used it.
Oh, okay. Apparently, Monster Hunter Rise on Switch uses the RE engine, so I guess the original doesn't.
Yeah, it was designed, like I said, it was designed around the idea of being a very flexible engine for Capcom to develop multiple types of games in it.
Yeah, because the Ghosts and Goblins remake is also on RE engine, so you can really use it for anything.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And RE7 is awesome, and you should play it.
Yeah, and Village and
I haven't played Village, but I heard it's
yeah,
good. Well, Village
yeah.
uses an updated version of the engine as well. Archive file Project Harbinger. Subject name Manuel Morales. Rank Sergeant. Submitted by S. York, MD. Physical condition outstanding. Mental stability outstanding. Telesthetic potential average due to subject's marginal telesthetic potential and high intelligence. I expect that he'll be difficult to control to offer any moderate benefit to the program. Recommend keeping him in unit until potential research candidate status reserve. Okay. And I got the Game of the Year version of Red Dead Redemption for the Xbox 360.
So we're gonna play that too.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I can't speak to its quality. I've heard good things.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people even like it more than the sequel. I mean, I actually played a little bit of the sequel, but not enough to really fully experience it. But just how hyper realistic everything is, all the little nuances is really insane.
Yeah, I've always heard it's good. And it's an X enhanced title, so if you get it, you can run it on the Xbox One X at either native 4K or close to it, depending upon if it actually ran at 720p on previous gen hardware on the Xbox 360 or not.
Because that came out what, like 2010?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Look at his leg twitch.
Like classic glitch. If this was Fallout 3, they'd be fucking just spinning out of control and shooting through the map and...
Yeah, probably. But I have a bunch of gameplay that I recorded from all the games I got, and then a few others that I got for my birthday that I never got around to recording. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and record them. I didn't record them because there were Wii games, and dragging the Wii up here is kind of a pain. It's downstairs, hooked up to my dad's TV, and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like getting, especially getting the sensor bar, because the sensor bar is attached to the TV. Getting that and dragging that upstairs it's just kind of a pain to do, so I never bothered. But this time I did because I wanted to get some gameplay of Mad World, and for some reason I can't get my Elgato capture card to record that in widescreen. Even though the console is set to 480p and widescreen, it defaults to full screen, and I don't know why, and I cannot get it to fix. Like, even when it shows it in the preview window and on the screen, on the monitor hooked up to my capture card.
Yeah.
It shows it in widescreen, but when I play back the footage, it's in full screen, and I don't know why. So when that goes up on the gameplay channel and it's in full screen, sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, screw you too. But I have decided what game I'm going to do next, and it's going to be Resistance: Fall of Man, which is a first-person shooter and a launch title for the PlayStation 3. And it was, if you got a PlayStation 3 early on, it was the game to have. Test results: Harbinger conversion HPLX 24-E12, easy for you to say. Actualization process report: D8106 approved Harbinger candidate. Week 1 subject displaying minor enhancements to reflexes, sign of compatibility with target telepathic frequencies. Reflex. Week 2 reflex and telepathic enhancement continues. Subject displays mild indications of psychosis, including paranoia and hallucinations. That should be a sign that you should stop, but you didn't stop. Week 4, subject experienced severe reaction to treatment sessions. Sent for emergency recombinant whatever procedures. Week 5, scans indicate damage to cerebral cortex, impairing logical functions, regressing some subjects to partially to animalistic state. Oh, he returned to monk. Extreme physical side effects noted. Subject will be moved to program X51450 for continued data analysis. He rejected modern society and returned to monkey.
And the monkey.
Yep. I think I just got a booster for my time slow powers. Alright.
This shotgun doesn't have shit on the one from the first game.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Man.
The weapons in general do not feel as good, and the AI isn't as smart.
No.
Like, legitimately, like, I think a whole lot of the reason why this game gets so much hate is because it's a sequel to the first Fear.
It's just it's hard to live up to the first one.
Can I not be on fire anymore? Thank you. Yeah, the first one is legitimately... yeah, I just now reached Interval 3. Boy, we didn't even finish Interval.
At least the levels are more, varied in this game.
Yeah, they are more varied in this game, but that aside, yeah, it's just not as good.
No. Because half the reason why the first one was so revered and still is today is not only just because of the combat, but just that weird balance of J horror and FPS. It's so weird and unique. Because honestly, if you didn't even have the horror elements, it still would have been an awesome first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Just the gunplay itself is just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's got some of the most satisfying weapons in any first-person shooter I've ever played. Legitimately.
Yeah. But just having those J horror elements at the time, especially because it was kind of mainstream in the U.S. during that period in the mid 2000s, it kind of put it over the edge.
Yeah, the Ring had come out, and that was a big deal.
Grudge, American version.
which was the American version. What was it called in Japan? Ringu?
Ringu, yeah.
Yeah, that. I don't know if I'm supposed to go up the stairs or down here.
Yeah, even like when you think about it, a lot of first-person shooters in general have a lot of horror elements. Even like Half-Life and Half-Life 2 have mild horror elements to them.
Yeah, Half-Life 2 has potential to be a whole ass. Like, you could build a whole ass horror game with that shit. Just like. Make a whole horror game centered around the concepts that made Ravenholm so memorable.
Yeah.
Ravenholm was awesome.
Yeah, I wish Valve would make like a horror first-person shooter or something because they could really pull that off. Like even now, like Half-Life Alyx is apparently really good. Still haven't played it, even though I have a headset. But I think I have to. I don't know if it's going to run that well wirelessly on the Quest 2. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I don't have a headset. I don't really have room to get one working either. I tell you, this game looks pretty sharp in 1440p. It's one of the advantages of playing on PC. Dude, when I hooked up my Xbox One X, it did not want to default to recording in 4K, and I don't know why. For some reason, it defaulted to a 640 by 480 resolution. And I probably don't need to tell you this, but the Xbox One X looks ugly as shit at that resolution.
No kidding.
What the fuck? God, yeah, and I had messed with the settings on both the Xbox and the capture card itself to get it to record at the correct resolution. It's annoying. Intel. All teams, due to security concerns in the outer shell testing area, the detonation schedule has been accelerated. Evacuate the facility immediately. I eventually did win and got it to display at the correct resolution, but boy, did it take a while.
Sounds like it.
And then I was able to record the first two Metro games and Red Dead Redemption at 4K. I wish the Metro Redux versions had gotten an X enhanced patch. They didn't, so they're stuck at below 1080p on that console, which sucks.
Ew.
Yeah, I think they're like 900p or something.
That's what I used to game at.
Yeah.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, nobody misses that. And but that's internal resolution. I mean, it still displays it, like it upscales it to 4K 4K.
Yeah.
But like, its native internal resolution is sub 1080, so that sucks. So if I had known that, I probably would have got the PlayStation 4 version, which still runs at 60 FPS and does run at 1080.
Yeah. I need to play those. I mean, I remember I started playing Last Light on the PS3 like years and years ago. And I think also I started playing 2033 on PC a while ago too, but I think I stopped because there's a reason why I stopped, but I need to get back to playing that.
Yeah, they're great. If you play, I don't know if this is the case for the Redux version of 2033, but the original version does have a glitch that I ran across when I played it on the 360 that apparently never got fixed. So, if you play that version, have multiple saves.
Which version?
The original version, not the Redux.
Oh, okay.
Have
Yeah, I think
multiple saves because there is a glitch. Hang on, I'll tell you as soon as I kill this guy. There's a glitch in it that makes it so you cannot take your gas mask off.
That ain't good.
Yeah, that is very not good. And your
No.
gas mask will take damage over time. So you have to be able to take it off and replace it.
Because they also have to replace filters too.
Yeah. And it'll eventually do you no good, and doesn't matter if you've put a new filter on it. It's not going to work because there's holes in your gas mask and you just die.
Yeah, I might just stick with the Redux then.
And I don't know if that's the case in the Redux version. I don't know if they fixed it. But I ran across that glitch and I didn't even know about it beforehand, and I lost hours of progress as a result. But when the game works properly, it's one of the most immersive games I've ever fucking played, and the atmosphere is just astounding. And pay attention to the world around you because the environmental storytelling and the world building in it is just excellent. There's so much stuff that you can miss about just how the world itself runs if you're not paying attention. It's really, really cool. That like the story's interesting and everything, but that, in my opinion, is the best part of its storytelling. The game, I'd highly recommend both of them.
I kind of also want to listen to the audiobooks for the books as well, novels as well. Get some more like context to the actual world from the source material at least.
Yeah, from what I have gathered, having not read the first novel,